It's 2 6-foot tables. Look at these poor bald friends. Hi everybody, my name is Bria. So it's been quite a few months, I think, since I last filmed, and even longer since I last published a video, because I've filmed some stuff, never ended up posting it, or was waiting for something else to happen, like a pattern release for me to post it. It's weird recording again. I have a market coming up this Saturday. Today is November 25th, Monday. I only have like 6 days, 5 to finish prepping, and I'm a bit behind. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know what to do with my hands. I need like something to hold. This is Christopher. He's a friend. He's very cute. I love him. Plan for this video, obviously, is to take you to the market, and before that, record prepping for the market. To make this vlog even longer, I'm probably also going to do the market the week after, because I'm insane and I signed up for 2 markets in 2 weeks. Why? I don't know. I need to make a bunch of minis. I need to make a bunch of my mini birds. I don't think I've shown you that yet. These are my mini birds. This is just one variant. I've been working on making a whole bunch of variants. Like there's a mallard, there's a pigeon, there's a cardinal, there's a blue jay, flamingo, seagull, bluebird. There's a lot. And those have been incredibly popular at my markets. So I need to make some more. Also, I had an order from a family member to get 6 of those. So that's even less inventory for me, but good. I mean, obviously good for the sale, but not good for the market prep. Oh, sorry, Christopher, I put you down. There's also my other minis, which is just a random assortment of stuff, like fruits, bumblebees, whales, octos, all the things. I need to make more frogs, another axolotl, maybe. And the reason I'm prioritizing smaller items is because this is going to be at an elementary school, the first market. So yeah, plus the baskets that they're in are looking really sparse right now. Oh, chickens. I also need to make more chickens. I was thinking about fizzling them out, but then I sold a bunch at the last market, and now I'm like, might as well make more. And the only reason I was thinking of fizzling them out is because every single other crocheter on the planet seems to have chickens. And I like having more unique pieces. I did set up the bare bones of my table setup, so I think I'm gonna insert that clip in here. So this is it. Ignore the absolute chaos that is our basement. There's not much I can do about it right now, so we're living with it. So for this market, it's 2 6-foot tables. I don't actually own 2 6-foot tables though. So I used my 8-foot table and just taped off the area that I can't use. The tape is underneath the tablecloth. I can still see it though. So, but that's the general layout. I don't have everything out yet, like every single plushie. I might not do that because I feel like it's just a lot of time that I don't have. I guess I'll just take you through everything. These are my shelves for stuff like turtles, mice, other stuff I can't for the life of me remember what goes on here right now. We've got my chickens, my 2 minis bins. I'm excited about this area. This is the greenhouse. Usually I have it on the bottom shelf of that structure, but since there's like 12 feet of space essentially at this market of table space, I wanted to put it more out in the open. This includes stuff like all my fruit rats, my plant rats. That needs to be organized. It's going to have like my vegetable rats, a bunch of the plant pot stuff that I've made, like, you know, planters, any like leafy garden themed items. Next, I don't remember what my table looked like during my last market vlog, but I've been wanting to sell my fidget toys more because I love them. So this is the fidget toy keychain display and then the bigger pieces. Also, I got these signs. Well, I printed them and laminated them. I borrowed someone's printer and laminator. This is one that clips onto here, but I have clips on all of them taped onto them so I can actually clip onto baskets too. And then over here, usually I have fandom stuff at the top here, you know, like Junimos, Soot Sprites, Haku, the dragon from Spirited Away. And then on the shelf is a bunch of like random stuff. Like I usually have my foxes and my love bugs up there. And then since the greenhouse isn't going to be down here anymore, for this market at least, it's going to be more stuff I have in my stock that I haven't been able to put out in a while since, you know, space. And then, you know, frogs and axolotls. So is the table set up. Christopher's still here, don't worry. If you heard anything in the background of that clip, I do have other people living in this house, so, you know, family. I really, really need to market prep a lot. So I'm gonna cut the talking part of the video here and actually start crocheting. I know, insane. For a crochet channel, how dare you think of crocheting? But sorry, Christopher, I need to put you down. He'll still be here. He's right there. I'm gonna start crocheting. I'll probably change the camera angle. We'll see if I film. I don't know. We'll see though. It's still Monday, just later. After filming the last clip, I realized that it was my turn to make dinner, and then other stuff was happening too that I forgot about, so I didn't get any crocheting done. We'll see what I can get done before I have to go to sleep. We'll see if that's anything, because I have a few other things I need to do, but I do want to try and make something. See you later. It is now Tuesday. I have a few things to show you. So last night before going to sleep, I finished, well, didn't finish. The faces still need to be embroidered, but I finished 2 octos. One in kind of a purple variegated and one in this brunette speckle in winter leaf, I think it is. And then today I did another octo in this pink variegated. And I also made 4 chicken bodies. Still need details, but the majority of the work is done. 3 of them are in the ivory tweed. And this one is in, what's it called? I always call this one the pumpkin spice chicken because it's like orange and brown. It might be woodland tweed, but that's what I've been working on today. But I also got a package. It's yarn, in case you couldn't guess. Walmart was having a sale, Walmart Canada, and there's some stuff I wanted to restock on or get for the first time because it's a pretty color that I've been looking at for a while. I'm gonna show you some stuff that I got. Here's the box. I mostly ordered this because it was after a craft fair and obviously the sale, so. Also, for some reason the Walmart website, I don't know if it was like a minimum order requirement that it didn't tell me beforehand. Whenever I went to like lower the number on my cart of how many of a certain thing I was getting, it just removed it from my cart, so I have 3 or 2 of some of these that I would have just liked to have gotten 1, but I will use them. So it's all good. First is one that I already own, but it's a restock. I love this color. It's one of the newer brunette blanket ones, I think. I was seeing people post about it. Their Joanne's getting it recently, so. It's called Grassy. It's this really pretty variegated, like slightly bluer greens. Also, the green that is clary sage and brunette is in here. And like a darker fern green. It's really pretty though. Next is a new one to me, and also I think it was out at the same time as the last one. It is called Celestial Blue. It's kind of like a similar thing to the Grassy with a bunch of different blues in it, but this one's more subtle. It's got grayer blues, slightly purpley blues, more vibrant blues, pale blues. I don't know if you can tell like at all. It's really pretty though. I love this one a lot. I love like subtle variegation. This third one I think is also from that same release. It's called Toasted Birch. You can definitely tell the differences in this one. It's like a kind of a peach, a darker warm gray, a brown, a tan. This next one's also a new one for me. I got 2 of these. This one is called Soft Sunshine Green. It's got yellows, it's got like cream colors in it. It also has like medium fern greens and blue grays, but it's really pretty. This is one I've been wanting to try for a while, so I'm excited to finally get to try it out. Next one I'm pretty excited about. I've only ever found this color in person once, and that was at like a yarn store on the way to another town. It's like 5 hours away from where I am. That might be a bit of an over exaggeration, but that might actually be accurate, so I don't know. Anyway, this one's called Lilac Leaf, and it's like greens and purples. It's so pretty. I made a dragon out of this one, and it's one of my favorite dragons. This next one is another one from the same yarn store I was talking about, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's another one of those like subtle variegated yarns. Also, these are all brunette blanket. Hopefully, I don't think I said that. Anyway, different types of grays. It's really pretty. And I got 2 of those ones. I love this color for like badgers, cats, anything like gray that I want some depth to. Oh, okay, this one's soft. This was the one I was most worried about. Sorry about the crinkling. I'm trying to minimize it. But this one I saw at Michael's, and then I didn't pick it up, and I regretted it, and I checked online later, and they said they were out of stock. So I figured since these were on sale anyway, I was gonna get one because I wanted to try it. This one's called Lead. It's a dark gray. I'm curious. I need to compare it to something. 1 second. So this is, at least what's left of it, the burlap blanket in the color dark gray. And this is the darkest gray that I've found in burlap blanket. It was part of one of those Ogos. I think it was the Art Nouveau one. It was like a third of that scheme. But I love this dark gray. It's so pretty for like pastel bumblebees and other stuff I need a dark gray for that this isn't dark enough for. So I'm curious what it compares to with this. The lead color that I just got isn't as dark as the Art Nouveau section, but is darker than the dark gray, which is good to know. Because before, the dark gray was the darkest gray in the burnout blanket line, I think. I hope that's correct. I don't want to be lying to you. Since the Ogos, I think, are discontinued now, I'm glad that I have something else that's darker than the dark gray. But that's the yarn. I'm super excited about some of these. I'm trying to figure out what to use some of them on first. And as I said, some of them are just restocks of stuff that I love. So, yeah. I'm gonna keep working on probably some octos, maybe some chickens, maybe an axolotl. But yeah, I'll see you later. I'm just updating before going to sleep. I made 3 more octos. I embroidered all the eyes on all the ones I've made. I think that's the last octo I need to make from a minis bin, so that's exciting. I also made a blue chicken body from Stardew Valley. I need to play that again because I absolutely love that game. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep, so I'll see you later. It is now Thursday. I was working on these last night. I finished a pumpkin spice chicken fully. I was working on the details and stuff. I love how the void chicken turned out with this yarn. And if you look at the game art, it does have like a pinker beak, so I was doing that. Don't know how I feel about it, but I mean, it's accurate, so. And then I gave the blue chicken a purple comb, because the game art, again, looks pretty purple to me, so. And then I was getting really tired, and I didn't finish off the comb on these guys, but the rest of it's done, so. They're almost done. I was gonna finish those soon. And then I also noticed my 10mm safety eyes are almost out. I ordered some before the Canada Post strike, but, you know, then the strike started, so I'm probably not going to be getting those, which is scary because I need these to make mini birds. So, don't know what to do about that. Technically, they're on their way, but with the strike going on, they're not coming. Look at these poor bald friends. Originally, I gave this pumpkin spice chicken a brown beak to match with the flecks in the yarn, but it looked really weird, so I just went back to a yellow standard beak, and it looks better. I need to obviously finish these chickens, and then I need to work on some frogs and some mini birds. The final 3 tweed chickens are done. They have been completed. Next, I think I'm going to start mini birds. I'm going to do a bluebird. I didn't know before starting doing birds that bluebirds actually have like an orangey belly, but yeah, I'm gonna start working on that. Since last talking with you, I made the bluebird, a seagull, and a pigeon. I need to go actually inventory everything that I've made this week, well, the past few weeks since my last market, and check if I have enough to fill certain baskets, like the bird basket. Yeah, we'll see if it is full with the stuff I have now, and the chicken basket, and maybe one other? I can't remember right now. I'm gonna go to my table that's set up outside my room and do some numbers. So I went to go get the baskets to show you, and I put away some of my extra ones. Extra plushies that didn't fit. The chicken basket is completely full, and there's 2 extras in my restock bag. So that's good. I'm not sure if I'll make any more chickens, but I might. It depends on how much time I have, because there's other stuff I need to prioritize. The bird basket is technically full. There's 20 in here. Oh, and there was 12 in the chicken basket. But there's 20 of the mini birds. And I have no extras of these ones, which means I'm probably gonna have to make a few more. Maybe like a crow or raven, another pigeon, maybe another bluebird. We'll see. Some, like, maybe 2 or 3 more. We'll see if I have time for that, though. They're stacked very precariously. And then the minis basket with all the other minis, you know, like my whales, my octos, my bees, ladybugs. This one's looking really good. And I have, like, I'm trying to remember how many, 5 extras that I took out that were all duplicates that were over 2, meaning there's 2 of that type in here. And there's, like, more in the extras basket. I don't think I'll make any more of the minis because, again, I do have other stuff I need to work on, like foxes and frogs. I need to look at the list, though. My iPad's dead and my computer's off because it sometimes starts stressing out and you can hear it on the camera, so, well, phone. I'm gonna pause here, take a look at my list, and see what else I should make. Sorry about the background noise, but I finished 1 frog, 2 frogs, 3 frogs. Look how cute they are. I love these frogs. This one's my pattern. I love their little back legs and the fact that they have little, like, bent knees. They're so cute. The vent is on, so ignore that. But today is Friday, which means I really need to take down the table setup. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm thinking about moving the mini birds into this bin instead of that one because less fits in here, and that way I don't have to have as much out. And so I can have some extras for next market. I mean, it still looks pretty good with the setup. So I think I'll do that. I need to keep working on stuff. I also need to take down the tables and pack everything up, so I'm ready. I think I'm gonna go inventory the frogs I made last night first, and then pack up the table. I just spent some time cleaning up the mock table setup. Everything's put away now. It's all in bins, ready to go for the morning when I pack the car. I don't need to bring a table. This market, they're provided. So that's exciting. That means I don't have to carry tables. It's probably the worst part, in my opinion. And then I went to an appointment. I'm back now, though. Now I'm trying to decide what to do. I'm thinking I might do an Arctic fox. I've been using the same fox pattern, just modding it so that it's pure white, except for the accents, which are kind of like a cool gray. I based it off of the Minecraft Arctic fox coloring. I used this, which I think this was another piece of that Ogo Art Nouveau one. Maybe? I'm not 100% sure about that, so don't quote me. It's a cool gray. And then for the white, sometimes I use normal white. I'm thinking about using normal white, but I want to use the sparkly white. You literally cannot tell it's sparkly, but it's the sparkly white because it looks like snow. So I'm gonna get started on that. I'm almost on the fox. I just color changed to the tip of the tail, but I wanted to try something that I saw the other day. It's called a spike stitch, and I want to see how it would look in between the transition of the tail and the tip of the tail. I'm gonna give it a shot. Probably do it every 3rd stitch because the number of single crochets in the round is divisible by 3. I don't know if I'll like it, but I wanted to give it a try just to see. I tried every 3rd stitch. I didn't like how that was looking, so I did every other stitch, and I'm just dealing with the 3 standard single crochets in a row instead of having a, what's it called? Spike stitch? It's actually, 4 single crochets in a row instead of a spike stitch every other. But I think because of the color change, it still looks fine. And it kind of looks like icicles, which is super cool for the Arctic fox look. And especially when the tail's going to be sticking up. That's going to look really cool. Just to compare with the standard fox, this is what obviously it's just a normal color change, but that looks really cool in my opinion, especially for the Arctic fox. I'm going to finish the Arctic fox now. It's done. I do like those spike stitches though. I'm curious how they would look on a normal fox color. But there's that. Also, I ordered this. It's a blanket hoodie a while ago, and it finally came. Well, it came yesterday. It's comfy. And this was the only one on Canada Amazon that was this kind of green. I really like fern, sort of mossy greens. Just, nature. And it's comfy. It has a giant pocket. I can store all my things in it. And it's winter, so it's real cold. But I'm hungry. I need to go eat some dinner. So I will see you later. It is officially the night before the market. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film tomorrow. I'll try and at least do it before and after. But because my Square stuff is on my phone, my card payment app is on my phone, and I record with my phone, that doesn't really combine very well. So we'll see how much I record tomorrow. This whole week I have been stressing a lot because of the market that I have next week as well. I'm worried that I'm going to run out of inventory at this first market and not have enough for the second market. So I'm kind of in this position where I'm hoping that the market doesn't do well this week, tomorrow, so I have enough inventory for the market next week, which is sad because I do want to do well, and this is a market that I've never done before, so I have no idea how it's gonna go. But the market next week, I did do last year. My second market, I did do last year, and it was one of my better markets. I have no idea what to expect tomorrow, and just to try not to stress too much today, this afternoon I guess, I've just been working away on some drafts of a pattern that I'm writing while watching a Christmas movie with my family, so I'm not going to show you that yet because it's not done and it looks kind of weird right now because there's pieces everywhere, and it's in weird colors because I'm just using random yarn that I own. I really should be going to sleep, but I can never sleep before a market, which is not good because I need to have enough sleep to actually function and be able to talk to people the next day during the market. But I think I'm going to stop recording for now. I will see you tomorrow. Maybe before, maybe during the market. After the market, obviously. It's actually Monday, December 2nd. I decided not to film yesterday, and Saturday after the market I kind of just crashed and fell asleep. So there's that. I just kind of wanted to recap the market for you since I didn't film much. It's stressful. Markets are stressful, and I just forgot. So this market was partially a fundraiser for school programs. I believe the table fee went to that, if I'm remembering correctly. The bake sale also went to that. So we did buy a few bake sale things. I don't take that off of my profit just because that's personal spending. Also, sorry I forgot to film that after table. I'll tell you now, there wasn't much of a difference. Spoilers. But this market was decently busy. Not everyone was buying stuff though. I mean, obviously not everyone was buying stuff, but I felt like not many people were buying things. And then other times it was kind of slow. I did make 4 times my table fee. Around. Basically, almost exactly. So it's not too bad. But at the same time, it's not ideal. Would I do this market again? Maybe. I did have some really fun interactions. One of the people, well, the person I was emailing with about questions about the market, they were really fun to talk to in person. They kept talking about like how cool my work was and how like unique my crochet pieces were, which I very much appreciate. That's always super fun to hear, especially like a lot of the stuff that is more unique is my own design, like my fruit rats and my vegetable rats and my plant rats. On the other hand, I didn't make as much as I would have liked. And granted, there were a bunch of, well, I don't know about a bunch, but there was at least one other big market event that day. I know of in the same town. So that might be affecting things. But back to the original question, would I do this market again? Maybe, if I don't have any other markets that day. And if I have enough time to market prep for every other market I'm doing next year. Because it wasn't my worst market I've ever done. It was kind of middling. It wasn't like over the top amazing, like some markets I've done where I've made like $1,000. But it wasn't really awful, like one of the markets I've done where I barely made back my table fee. I mean, 4 times my table fee is pretty decent. But I was there for, how long was it? 10 to 4? No, 10 to 3. So it was 5 hours? Am I mathing that correctly? Let's just say this wouldn't be my first choice for a market, but it wouldn't be my last choice. So at the market, I crocheted and completed 2 of my ivory tweed chickens. I can't show you because they're already packed away because I just put them with my inventory as soon as I made them. I had only brought yarn for chickens, so that's all I made. I've also been working on developing my pattern that I'm writing right now. Actually, it's at a point that I could show you, technically. This isn't the final draft. There are some things I need to change still. But I do want to show you. It's a chinchilla! Look. I'm so proud of how I did the ears. It's no-sew. And so they took me a little while to figure out, but they look so good. They look so good. A couple changes I want to make. I want to make the face a little bit less pointy because it's pretty pointy right now. I think I want to add some like curl to the tail so it's pointing upward. Also, there's color changes on the belly. I think I'm going to do 2 options for the pattern. One with the color changes and one without the color changes. In the same document, obviously. Just in case you're feeling lazy and you don't feel like color changing. But I also really want to make a version with a fluffy tail. But this is my first final draft. I need to keep working on that, obviously. That's most of what I've been crocheting over the past few days. The other thing I got done, well, a pattern came out recently. Well, literally like yesterday or today. That I've been waiting for the release of. It's by Katie Being Creative. It's a no-sew bear pattern, and it's not just like a bobble stitch feet bear. It actually has feet. Here, let me just show you. Also, the reason I wanted to get this pattern is because it has a panda variation, and most bear patterns don't have panda variations. But it can sploot. It can sit like this. And I did adjust a couple of things, like the band of color change here is wider. The feet are in slightly different locations. But I do quite like it. I made this one for my sister. That's why it's purple, because she loves purple. It's pretty cute though. I've been wanting to crochet a winter rat, and so I crocheted a winter rat. Look! Look at it! I made it with sparkly yarn. Can you even tell now? You can barely tell on the camera. But it's so cute. I love my rats. My rat pattern is my favorite pattern that I've ever written. I'm biased though, so... Oh my goodness. I am forgetting everything. Also, I want to crochet a basket of worms for my next market. And so here's the progress. There's 3 of them. They still need their eyes, but I love this worm pattern because a lot of worm patterns just crochet a tube and then they are like a pipe cleaner or something. But this one actually shapes as it goes. I like this one a lot. I can't remember the designer name and I don't want to mess it up, so I'll just link it down below, as always. But I believe officially that's everything I crocheted in the last couple days. I need to get working on some stuff though. I want to make another panda for my market. I need to decide what color though. I could just do normal black and white, but you know, I could make a brown panda. Maybe. I'll think about it. My other thought was maybe blue. I'll have to see. I also want to make like a brown bear and maybe another polar bear. But I need to get started on something. So I'll see you in a bit. had a shower, so ignore the hair situation. Also, I'm wearing this again because it's cold, because it's winter time. And it's comfy, so don't judge me. But I finished 3 of the colorful worms. Well, these 2 are gummy worms because they're the half and half. And this one, I just wanted to make like a rainbow worm with the brights colors. And then I also obviously embroidered the eyes on all of them. And I also embroidered the eyes on all of these ones. So all the worms are done that I was planning on making for this next show. I didn't think about what I was going to do next. I kind of want to work on another chinchilla draft. The issue is I don't know what color I want to do it in. So I'll have to take a look at my yarns. The other option is I could do another bear. I think I'm just going to do another standard white bellied gray chinchilla. This is just white burnout blanket. It might be the mainstays. They're the exact same, so. And this is Ashen Titanium. I like this one a lot because it just has subtle variegation in it. Looking at chinchilla noses, they are pointier. Again, the nose is like really low down, but they aren't like flat. Like they have like a nose bridge, sort of. Like their nose is at the bottom of their face, and the whole rest of it is just a slope. If that makes any sense. So I think that this face is fine. It is a simpler face than if I were to change it a bunch. If I were to give it more shape and more structure, it's harder to convey with everyone's tension what you're supposed to do. See, this is always a struggle when writing patterns for me. Do I go super complex and make a really cool shape? Or do I keep it simpler so that more people can understand and follow the pattern? It's a hard balance to strike. Every pattern I write, I deal with this. But anyway, I think I'm going to try a variation where the tail curls up. Oh, also, do I want to use some fur yarn for the tail? That would match pretty well. This is just from Walmart. It's called Fantastic Faux Fur. Easy Knit. I don't know. It's pretty standard though. So I'm gonna turn on YouTube, watch something, and get started on that. Today is Wednesday. I didn't film at all yesterday. I was out basically all day, so I couldn't really film. I was working on stuff though. If you remember my chinchilla, hopefully I showed you this already. Did I? Either way, this is my first draft of the chinchilla. I decided to give it the curled tail because I figured out with my second chinchilla a way to do that. Speaking of my second chinchilla, this is the second one. I gave it a furry tail. It's very fluffy. Oh yeah, I did talk about this because I showed you the color I was using, which was white and Ashen Titanium. I also decided to use the furry yarn for the tail. This one, I put the eyes around back just to see what it would look like. I don't like it as much as having the eyes one round forward. And then my third chinchilla, this one I made yesterday. This one, the eyes are around forward. I definitely like it better. It just looks cuter. Yeah. At this point, I think the pattern is basically fully drafted out. And theoretically, at this point, I could start working on the PDF document with all the extra layouts and stuff. I do have 2 other patterns that I want to release at some point though, other than this one. So we'll have to see when that happens. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to work on today. I should really work on stuff for the market because I haven't done that in like 2 days. Not that I have a lot that I need to do. I really only wanted to work on the worms for the market, and that's about it. So I might just work on my patterns. I don't know, but I am so happy with how this has turned out. I love the fact I figured out a technique to make it looking upwards using basically just the feet. It looks so good. I'm really proud of this one, but I need to start working on some other stuff today. I kind of want to start working on the PDF of either my chinchilla or the mini birds. I really should do the mini birds because I've been promising that one for a while now. Have I done it? No. So I might do that because I have an idea of how I want to format it. The other thing I could do if I want to actually crochet today is a grizzly bear, brown bear, creature, friend. So I'm gonna start working on some stuff and I will see you later. Hello. It is Friday. Yes, Friday night. It's the night before the market. This is my second market and my last market of the season. So that's exciting. I didn't record yesterday just because, you know, I wasn't feeling like it. But I can show you what I was crocheting today and yesterday. I don't remember what order I made these in, so I'm just gonna show you. First off, a sushi tofu turtle. I really like how this pattern looks. Making it, there's this one little thing that bothers me just a little bit, and it's probably only a me problem, but usually when you crochet something closed, that's going to be a no-sew piece. Like with single crochets, you fold it in half and then single crochet across through both layers. There's usually an even number of stitches. In this pattern, the piece that you single crochet closed is an uneven number of stitches. So there's one left out, and it just gives it kind of that like funnel, ever so slightly look. Like it's the headpiece. So you can see like just the stitches go inward a little bit right here, which I could probably fix by adding a decrease somewhere in the head. I should really, it's not a hard fix. I just need to do it. But I do absolutely love the look of this turtle friend. Yeah, next I made some bears. I made a brown bear. I think I put his eyes just a little bit too far forward. It's not too bad, but I kind of wish I had moved them back a little bit. Next is a panda. I decided to do a blue panda. It's pretty cute. I don't know why, I'm just kind of not really someone who uses black yarn. Not for like the reasons that normally people use black yarn. I just feel like it's lazy. It probably carries over from my illustration stuff. Because if you use black in your illustrations, that's kind of a cheat. And it doesn't look as good. So I would rather use a dark color that's not black. Which I know that physical objects and illustrations are not the same thing, but I don't use black if I can help it. More things I've crocheted. I made a strawberry rat. Just a simple pink strawberry rat. And then I also made a pineapple rat. I used the Burnout Blanket Mystical on this one. It looks really good. I also embroidered a little bit, not that you can tell because it's literally the same color as the dark part of the Mystical. But I was experimenting with the eyes, and I decided to go over 2 stitches instead of just one for the pineapple rat. And I went over 1 stitch on the strawberry rat, and I kind of like the bigger eyes better. So even with all the rats I've made, I still am figuring out different ways to do them. Speaking of which, I've been wanting to try this for like a year now, and I finally did. I wanted to make a version of my rat with a tube, like round, what's it called? In the round crocheted tail instead of just a chain. Because this is my pumpkin pie rat. Usually I just do like a thinner yarn chain tail. But I want to try one the way that I've seen most other rat patterns written, which is with a tube tail. And this is how it turned out. I think it's definitely more of a plush-y. How else do I describe that? It feels more plush-like and more squishy, obviously. So I really like it. And I'm conflicted because I like both. I wish there was just a standardized way to do all the things over and over again, but unfortunately that's not always the case. But that's all I have crocheted since last talking to you. Except for one thing. It's a commission I'm working on for my cousin. It's not done yet though, so I'm not going to show you it. But that's been taking up a bunch of my time because I have to write out a new pattern for it. Since it's not really something that has patterns that exist for it. Especially not in the way that I want to crochet it. I was going to crochet some mini cats, mini loaf cats, because I haven't done the mini versions of the Annie Caraway art pattern yet. We'll have to see if I have some time, but I have colors chosen. So, I don't think I've talked about this yet, but my market tomorrow is one that I did last year, and it was one of my better Christmas markets. Maybe I talked about this, it sounds familiar, but I'm mentioning it again. I have higher expectations for this market than my last market, which might be a bad thing, because usually if I have expectations and they aren't met, I'm very disappointed. So I probably shouldn't go in with a bunch of expectations. I'm gonna work on some cats. I might make another rat. We'll see. I should also make another tofu turtle. I don't want to. Just because the reason I mentioned earlier. What I want to do is crochet my rats, but I really should do cats. So I'm gonna do some cats. I think next time I check in, it'll be tomorrow, the day of the market. So I will see you then. It's the Tuesday after the market. Again, I'm sorry about forgetting to film. I was tired after the market, obviously, and I forgot to film before packing up. So, I don't know. I don't really have much of an excuse, but that's how it is. So, how did the market go? Well, if I told you I made just over half of what I had made at the same market last year, yeah, it was not as good as I was hoping it would be. Yeah, this year has not nearly been as good as last year, which is really unfortunate. One of the reasons I think that this market in particular didn't do as great was actually because the big craft fair in the city nearby was on the same day. And if I hadn't signed up for this one, I would have had signed up for the other one. I know for a fact that the bigger one is more popular, obviously. And I did way better at the bigger one for the Halloween market. It's the same organizers that do the Halloween one that I did. If I talked about that at all. But the Halloween one was a really good one for me, so. And I've heard that the Christmas one is even better, so. But some statistics for you. I got, funnily enough, 55% cash and only 45% card paid with amount at this market, which normally it's way more card. And as always, the top two sellers for how many items I sold in that type are mini birds and minis. That always seems to be the case, which is totally fine. I make them so that they would sell a bunch. And then third place is chickens. I had thought about fizzling the chickens out and not doing them as much because everyone does them. And actually I got a comment in this market where there was only one other crocheter, which was nice, but it was a bit of a smaller vendor selection. So there always seems to be another crocheter at every market I do, so it's fine. But they also had chickens, the exact same chickens, which is the reason why I'm thinking about fizzling out the chickens. But they sell so well. This market, overall, it was fine. Not nearly as good as last year, as I said. And I mean, the vibes were okay. I felt like there weren't as many of my customer base people there. Does that sentence make sense? Most of what I saw were older individuals that didn't really understand what I was making or just weren't going to buy them. It was free hot chocolate though, so that's nice. But well, I guess that was the last market of the holiday season. All the signups for the spring markets are not up yet, so I'm waiting for those. But I hope you found something interesting about this video, or you enjoyed some part of it, something was informational, whatever. If you have a bestseller at your market that's not the traditional like frog, mushroom, loaf cat, chicken, let me know. If it's something not as common that you hear in all these videos, I'm curious. Also, I would love to make other stuff. If you have a specific pattern, let me know too. But thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, especially since I've been gone for so long. And I just keep losing motivation to make videos. But again, thank you. I will hopefully see you again sometime. But for now, goodbye.